So good morning, everyone. Welcome to our first class on interpolation and extrapolation topic for our second PU. So when we talk about interpolation and extrapolation, they are very important statistical technique of estimation. Okay, and when we look into the concept of interpolation, I hope you are understanding. Like interpolation basically means that within the data, if you try to search some unknown variable, so the some set of known variables are given to you. So a array of known variables are given to you. A array of known variables are given to you. If a array of known variables are given, if an array of known variables are given, and then if you are looking for a value or a value for the variable within this, okay, so in array of known variables are given and you are trying to find out a defined value, okay, so then we'll look for interpolation. We'll go for interpolation means within the data what is given, if we try to find the value of unknown variable based on the given set of data what is given, that is called interpolation. And once we get the value of the interpolation, okay, so once we get the value of interpolation, then if we try to use the same logic, if because ultimately when we have a series of data given, so always the series of data whenever it's given, they in the exam or in the question, they always the array of data what is given, there will be data of independent variable, there will be value of independent variable, they will in the exam or in the question paper, there will be value of independent variable and there will be value of dependent variable. So we have an array of data of independent variable and we have array of data of dependent variable. So when we have the array of data of independent variables and we have array of data of dependent variable, where normally the data of independent variable will reflect with the symbol called x and the data of dependent variable will reflect with the symbol y. Okay, so the data of independent variable will reflect with the symbol x, where the data of dependent variable will reflect with the symbol y. Okay, so when we have an array of independent and dependent variable, and within this array of the data, if I try to pick any data in between of this array, and I want the value of that range, then that is called as interpolation. So whenever we try to establish the relation between the two variable, to establish the relation between the two variable, we use regression. Okay, so you studied in your first PU about correlation and regression. So when we talk about regression, regression is all about establishing the relationship between two variable where one variable is dependent upon the other variable. I hope you remember regression, right? So when we talk about the regression relationship between the two variable, ultimately we can easily establish in the term of equation the value of one variable with the value of another variable. And once we can establish in the form of regression the relationship between the two variable, then if I look for any value which is outside the given range, if I look for any value which is outside the given range, then by that logic, if we the way the logic how we establish the relation between the independent and dependent within the set of data what is given to us, we using the same logic, if we try to find out the value outside the given range, that logic to do that is called as extrapolation. I hope everyone understood this. Anyone have any doubt? So if I talk about what is interpolation, this extrapolation I'm simply taking from the book. So when I say interpolation, if I say interpolation, so when we say interpolation, when we talk interpolation is the technique. It is a technique of estimating. It is a technique of estimating. It is a technique of estimating the value of dependent variable. It is a technique of estimating the value of dependent variable. Do you want this theory notes or something? I don't think for subjects like this we need theory notes. If I'll do last 4 5 years, whatever theory questions came, I'll make a separate notes of those question answer and that I'll give you. So I hope that way will make more sense. So if what is interpolation? Interpolation is a technique of estimating the value of dependent variable, the value of a dependent variable, which is your y, okay, for a for an for any intermediate, you understand it, right? Within any value, for any intermediate value of a independent variable, for any intermediate value of the independent variable, for any intermediate value of a independent variable, which is your x. So normally in mathematics we represent independent variable with x and we represent dependent variable with y. Clear everyone? Normally in mathematics we represent independent variable by x and we represent dependent variable by y. Okay. Similarly, when I ask you what is extrapolation, similarly if I ask you what is extrapolation, if I ask you what is extrapolation, similarly if I ask you what is extrapolation, extrapolation is the technique. It is a technique of estimating. It is a technique of estimating. It is a technique of estimating the value. It is a technique of estimating the value. It is a technique of estimating the value of dependent variable. It is a technique of estimating the value of a dependent variable. It is a technique of estimating the value of a dependent variable for any value of the independent variable, for any value of the independent variable, for any value of the independent variable which which is which is outside the range of the given series, which is outside the range, which is outside the range of the given series, which is outside the range of the given series. Anyone, any doubt? Whatever I have taught you till now, anyone have any doubt? Just read this. Ask me if anyone have any doubt. Normally, guys, while finding out the value of interpolation or extrapolation, we are trying to find the value of unknown variable. So basically in this chapter, interpolation, extrapolation, the objective is to find the value of unknown variable. So whenever we are trying to find the value of unknown variable by using interpolation or extrapolation, few assumptions we normally follow that more or less the relationship between the two variable x and y, what we are talking about here, here the relationship should follow uniformity. So more or less the relationship what we are trying to use here to find the relation between the two variable, it should follow the logic of uniformity. Then only we can establish a equation. Imagine the two variables are such they are quite variable, or they are quite momentous in the nature, that is random walk hypothesis is following, then it would be very difficult for us to establish the relation between the two variables. So we assume uniformity in the array of the data what we have. Next thing is that probably when we see the data, we assume that there should not be any sudden jump in the values of dependent variable from one period to other period. So again, the same thing I'm talking about. we expect uniformity in the data. So because if there is uniformity in the data, then only we can estimate the value very easily. Okay, then only the logic of estimation will make more sense. Okay, so the generally to work on interpolation and extrapolation, the technique what we follow, the technique what we follow for exam purpose, the questions what all will come for us. So the techniques what we follow for interpolation, extrapolation, there are basically two techniques are there. One is called binomial expansion method. One technique is binomial expansion method. One technique is binomial expansion method, and the next technique is Newton. The next technique is Newton advancing difference method. The next technique is Newton advancing difference method. The next technique is Newton advancing difference method. So basically, we follow two techniques to work on interpolation and extrapolation. One is binomial expansion method, and next one is Newton advancing difference method. Okay, so now first I'll talk about binomial expansion method. First, I'll talk about binomial expansion method. Let's do some numerical for binomial expansion method. Okay, so let's do some numerical on binomial expansion method, that from the following data, estimate the production for the year 2001 and 2005 by binomial expansion method. Write down this problem. So this is your question. Year 1995, 1997, then 1999, then 2001, 2003, and then 2005. Here the production in thousand tons. This is 20, 40, 70 question mark, 130 question mark. Okay, so guys, whenever we are trying to solve the problem by a binomial expansion method, what we assume few things, like the independent variable what we have, which is given here in the form of dates, year. Okay, they should have a common difference. So that is one of the assumption what we follow in binomial expansion method. Okay, the value of x for which the value of y is to be interpolated. Okay, that must be one of the values of x. Okay, so the value of x the value of x which have corresponding value of y. So like you can see this is like this is interpolation. You can see this within this range. So you have a data within this range for which you are trying to estimate the value. So this is basically for finding this value, we follow interpolation. Okay, and then you have this range of this data, and then you need this value for 2005. So here you follow extrapolation. Is this clear, everyone? So the in the book it is given that whenever we follow binomial expansion method, okay, the consecutive years they should be in AP. The consecutive year they should be in AP. They should have common difference. The consecutive values of the independent variable. So the consecutive value of the independent variables they should have common difference. Clear? Anyone? Any doubt? Now, if I write down this question, guys, if I write down this question, so the same question I'm writing here. So your year is basically your independent variable. Okay, your years are basically your independent variable 1995, 1997, then 1999, then 2001, then 2003, then 2005, and then production in thousand tons, then production in thousand tons. They will be the dependent variable like here 20, 40, then 70, then this question mark, and then 130, and then this question mark. So they will be your dependent variable, guys. So I can write them. Just suppose this is y naught. This is the y naught. This is y1. Depend. And just write giving a symbol y2. This is y3, which we need to estimate by using interpolation. This is y4, and this is y5. Clear, everyone? So first we'll find the value of y3, and then we'll try to find the value of y4. So what we need to estimate here, clear, everyone? So when we follow a binomial expansion method, how will we do? Okay, so what we need to do first by using the logic of interpolation, we need to find the value of y3. And once we find the value of y3, then we try to find the value of y5. Okay, so what you need to do, guys, if you count the known variable, the variable for which value is known, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here in the given problem, the value of known variable is 4. Then, so you can see, you can write since the known variable, since the known values of y, since the known values of y are 4, since the known values of y are 4, since the known values of y are 4, the fourth order leading difference will be 0. So you just need to write this. because the four values are given. So since the known values of y are 4, so so fourth order, so fourth order, so the fourth order leading difference, you just write down this like this. Fourth order leading difference, whatever the known values are given to you, whatever the known values are given to you, so just simply write them like that. Since the known values of y are 5, so the fifth order leading difference will be 0. Since the known values of y are 6, so sixth order leading difference, so the fourth order leading difference will be 0. So the fourth order leading difference will be 0. Clear everyone? This much everyone clear? Anyone have any doubt? Okay, so because why you wrote like this, sir? Since the known values of y are 4, what are the known values, sir? What are those known values, sir? Those known values are, this is known value, this is known value, this is known value, this is known value. Are you getting me? So the known values, these are the known values of y. So the known values of y, you know that you know them. Their total four values are given. So you will say, so the fourth order leading difference is 0. I hope you all understood this. Then what you can do after that, once you write that, so after that you write, so y minus 1 to the power 4 is equal to 0. So here y minus 1 to the power n depends upon how many known values are there. In the binomial expansion method, you always follow the formula. In the binomial expansion method, you always follow the formula that y minus n. You always follow the formula called y minus n to the power n is equal to 0, where n is equal to the total number of known variables. Clear, everyone? Now, what is y minus 1 to the power 4? That will be y4 minus 4y3 plus 6y2 minus 4y1 plus y not equal to 0. Anyone, any doubt? Is this clear? How you get this? I hope you know, right? A minus b to the power 4. A minus b to the power 4, you know, right? A minus b whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. You know, right? A minus b whole cube. A cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square. What is a minus b? What is a minus b to the power 4? That is a to the power 4 minus 4a cube b plus 6 plus 1. So what is a minus b to the power 4? A to the power 4 minus 4a cube b plus 6a square b square minus 4ab cube plus b to the power 4. Simple thing. What is a minus b to the power 5? A to the power 5 minus 5 a to the power 4b plus 10 a cube b square minus 10 a square b cube plus 5ab to the power 4 plus b to the power 5. So the same logic I used here, the same thing I used here. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So guys, if in case if you are not very good with these formulas and all, if you're not very good with this formula, nothing to worry. If you're not good with this formula, you don't have to worry about anything. You can simply remember something called Pascal triangle. 1, 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1. Then 1, 1, 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 1, 3, 1. Then 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 1, 4, 1. Can you see this? See this, no, compare the coefficient, this coefficient, simple. Can you see this? Just use the same coefficient and change the sign, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Then after this would be 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Then next 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. Then next 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. This is called Pascal triangle. You can use this as a coefficient. Suppose if you ask me, no, what is y minus 1 to the power 6? Y minus 1 to the power 6. Suppose if you ask me, no, so whatever is this, whatever a minus b to the power n, okay, it always have n plus 1 terms. So a plus b to the power n. If you have studied binomial theorem and all, okay, so probably you have not studied binomial theorem, so forget that. So if I ask you y minus 1 to the power 6 means you need 7 terms. So 7 terms you count where you're getting 7 terms. This is 1 term, this is 2 term, this is 3 term, this is 4 term, this is 5 term, this is 6 term, this is 7 term. Are you getting? So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 terms are there, right? So just you write this. Use the coefficient. Start y to the power 6. Okay, start with that. Minus sign. Plus, minus, plus, minus. So here then 6. So write 6 y to the power 5. Do minus 1 here and do plus 1 that side. Then plus. Then 15. 15. Then y to the power 4. Okay, again put minus sign. After that 20. 20 y to the power 3. I hope you are getting me. 20, then plus, again plus, then 15 y to the power 2, then minus 6y, then plus y 1 to the power 6. You're getting it, right? So the same logic you need to use here. Clear, everyone? Pascal triangle you understood? You understood how to write the expansion and all? Remember this little bit if possible. If you read about binomial theorem and all, it would be more easier for you. So that is there in 12th second PU maths, it is there. So if you refer little bit of binomial theorem, it would be good for you. Otherwise, no problem. I have done enough homework for you so that you will understand this. Y to the power 4 is 130 minus 4. Y to the power 3 you have to find plus 6. Y to the power 2 is 70 plus Okay, plus 6 y to the power 2 is 70. Then minus 4 y to the power 1 is 40. Plus y naught is equal to 20 is equal to 0. 130 minus 4y3 plus 420 minus 160 plus 20 is equal to 0. This is 130. This is 550. 550, 570. 570 minus 160. 570 minus 160, that would be 410 is equal to 4y3. y3 is equal to y3 is equal to 205 by 2. 205 by 2 means 102.5. This is y3 value. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? This part clear, everyone? Clear now, everyone? So I got y3 value. Now, guys, I got y3 value. Y3 value is 102.5. Again, guys, if I write down the problem, that this is 1995, then you have 1997, then you have 1999, then you have 2001, then you have 2003, then you have 2005, then production is given to you. Production is 20, 40, 70, and then 2001 I just estimated by interpolation 102.5, and then 130, and now we have to find this 2005 value by extrapolation. Okay, so I hope you are understanding. So this you wrote as, this was y0, this was y1, this was y2, this was y3, this was y4, and this is y5. Now I need the value of y5, guys. Now I need the value of y5. Now you know that very well that y minus 1 to the power 4 is y to the y4 minus 4y3. Okay, now plus 6y2 minus 4y1 plus y naught, and that is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. Okay, this, you know, this is equal to 0. Now to find the value of extrapolated value, in order to find that value, so I need second equation. So the second equation, what we will write, the second equation, what we need, guys, the second equation can be obtained very easily. The equation can be obtained. Second equation can be obtained by increasing by increase. The second equation can be obtained by increasing the suffix. The second equation can be obtained by increasing the suffix. The second equation can be obtained by increasing the suffix of each term of y. Suffix of each term of y. The second equation can be obtained by increasing the suffix of each term of y, by increasing the suffix of each term of y by 1. So the second equation we can obtain by increasing the suffix of each term of y by 1 and keeping the coefficient same, and keeping the coefficient same. So we'll try to keep the coefficient same. So we try to estimate the second equation. So how we can estimate the second equation? By increasing the suffix of each term of y. So we'll try to increase the suffix of each term of y. Okay, and then we'll try to keep the coefficient same. Sir, you say, sir, I'm not understanding what you're telling. So the second equation is actually the second equation. Simply write down the same equation. Only in place of y4, write y5. y5 minus, in place of y3, write y4. Increase the value suffix by each by 1 by 1. So y5 minus 4 y4 plus 6 y3 minus 4 y2 plus y1 equal to 0. This is your second equation. Now, because first through interpolation, you estimated the interpolated value. Now through extrapolation, we try to estimate the unknown variable, which is our y5, right? Because now we have to find the y5, right? Minus 4. What is y4 value? 130. 130 plus 6 into y3. Y3 is 102.5. 102.5 minus 4y2. y2 is 70, y2 is 70 plus y1, plus y1, y1 is 40 plus y1, y1 is 40 equal to 0. So y5 minus 520 plus this is 30, 12, 15, 1, I think 615 minus 280 plus 40 equal to 0. Clear, everyone? This is y5 minus 800. Then this is 655 is equal to 0. So y5 is equal to 800 minus 655. So your y5 will be 145. Anyone, any doubt?
Is it, so how you found it easy or not? Ankit, how you found it? Is this easy or difficult? Simple. One formula is there. First time maybe you're seeing, so you feel little bit odd. Simple, one formula is there. You just need to use that formula. Same thing you need to do two times. Same kind of calculation. You need to do two times to get the answer. Anyone, any doubt? So guys, I've taken the attendance, everything. So if no one have any doubt, then this much will do for the today class. Everyone understood, right? Anyone, any doubt, any question? So this much, guys, from the today class. Any question, any doubt, anyone? So I'll wind up the class, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.